maybe like doctors. You will just clap and go, but I didn't tell you the truth. I think that we have one of the most difficult professions to practice in Nigeria. And every time I talk with colleagues, we discuss, I keep saying, why is it that it is difficult in this country, in this Nigeria? Young man, the poet, thank you very much. Oh. Why is this so difficult in this country to practice town planning the way it should be? If I tell you all the places I have been to, including Iceland, it's as a town planner. Even in that tiny country, there is planning, serious planning. Then I said, why is our own so different? And I had to dig deep and talk with colleagues to come up with this little short presentation. It's much larger. I just reduced it. About the planning environment and the reality of planning practice in Nigeria. Let me tell you, the oil era is gone. It is gone. Today, one company bought 100,000 Tesla cars. That means when you go abroad, those of you who have money, and you want to get a car hire, you will likely get a Tesla car, a car that you charge. You don't fuel it. But I saw this way back in 2017 when we went to Holland, where they started laying the infrastructure for electric cars. We saw where along the road, the places designated for you to charge your cars. Way back. And I believe that is what planning should be about. You look at the future, you begin to deal with it now. So that when you get into the future, you're not looking behind you, but you still look forward. I've never seen a plan prepared in 2021 and says effective 2020 or effective 2016. That one is done in other quarters, but not in planning. I looked at the plan environment and I put it down to 4. There is another classification I have, but I won't go in that. That will be too hype, too political. I looked at first the organizational environment, and that covers your administrative structure for town planning, from the national to the local. You know the National Urban and Regional Planning Law and what it tried to do at the level of the national, at the level of the state, and at the level of local governments. But I want to emphasize that in this organizational environment, where those of us who are town planners, those joining us today, work, we experience the excesses of executive negligence. Failure of governments to implement extant town planning laws in establishing the proper administrative structures for effective fiscal planning of states and local governments. Many states, we are still fighting to establish local planning authorities, not to talk of what is going to happen at the state level. I don't want to go into the history of that in Rivers State because I was there when Professor Iziogo, some of you may remember him, he relocated to America years back. Started with the Rivers State Association of Planners, RISAP. We are still fighting that battle. In some states, the heads of the departments are not even planners. That is, maybe you have an agency, but you have some other professional put over it as the head. And so the planners who work under such an arrangement are continuously walking a tightrope. How do I do and protect my job? And that sort of a thing. Then you have the professional environment. And this is what we are doing now. Here, we are supposed to be in total control. Today, you are going to be giving your numbers. Keep it well, oh, because that becomes your identity before the institute. Anytime you are going to pay your subscription, is that number. Anytime we come for an occasion like this, is that number that they use in documentation. It covers our educational institutions that offer term planning. And TopRec has done a good job coming to see what we are doing, advising on our curricular, staffing, and so on. However, I want to tell you that it is also within this environment where we have more control over what we do that I have seen the worst form of abuse of professional ethics. Many of us as town planners, as we are sitting down here, we have made up our minds how we are going to make money. And trying to do that, we cut corners. We keep our laws aside. And we begin to do things in unprofessional manner. The result is ridicule. Ridicule. This morning, I listened carefully as our honorable minister said that we have to speak truth to ourselves. That why is town planning not having the visibility that it should? It starts with the practitioners. Let me tell you, when I was trying to build my small, I call it a bed house, my small house, it took me some time to get my plan approved, even here. Let me tell you. But I kept up and said, I will not put a block in the ground without getting a planning permit. And I said, people say, Ma, I said, no. What example am I setting if I do that? Me, who is a TopRec rep? Me, who is supposed to be the mother of town planning in Rivers State, I am breaking the law. So I stayed, and my boys took their time and did the work they should do, gave me the permit. I pasted it on my gate, and I started working. And I finished. Just one example. But some people will break the law, just like the man who sells building parts in my 3 market. We don't care. If we cared, why would somebody bring a plan to you and tell you, I want the approval 24 hours, and you that spent 5 solid years without sleeping, doing one studio after another, will collect whatever it is and give an approval. The people that asked you to do that, when the trouble comes, they carefully push you to the front and you take all the damages. Then we have the local political environment. This is the one in which we live. It's mostly at the state and local government levels. And here we see the influence of bureaucratic and economic interests and the conflicts of interest that are part of it. It is an environment that is a very difficult one for many practicing planners. And many are still finding a way to survive in it, to deal with it. But you see, because it's such a difficult environment, some of us have withdrawn into our cocoons and we are unable to stand on the foundation of the planning regulations, which we worked hard to establish in the states. And then I come to the national political environment, where, of course, we are coming from the national. This is the big one. Today we are talking about SDGs. We finished with MDGs, achieved nothing. We went to the SDGs. There are so many agreements that are important, significant aspects of what planning and planners should do that Nigeria has signed to. If you read, if you go to the web and look at so many of these things, United Nations, the New Urban Agenda, and so on, we are aware of it. We talk about it. We are so knowledgeable about this. But I doubt how much of this, in terms of actual implementation, involve planners. The SDGs are there. They've done the first review. They've done the second review. And I'm wondering, the input that has come from planners, are they even there? I don't know. Perhaps our colleagues in the federal service know. They should brief us. But I don't know. But if you look at the SDGs, when you look at SDG 1, poverty, 8, inclusive economy, 3, health and well-being, 4, education, 5, gender equality, 17, partnerships, and the one on water and sanitation. Believe me, which one of this is not a core, does not involve trained planners in terms of actually sitting down and working out the detailed programs that will ultimately lead to the realization of these goals? None. Do you want to talk about poverty? Do you want to talk about local economies? We don't monitor anything. Some cities are doing well. Other cities are in trouble. Do we know? Are we monitoring it? Even if the government does not tell you, those of you who are planners, how much of this do you monitor? If the governor of your state will call you now and tell and ask, planning department, do you have any idea on housing needs? Do you have any idea on vacancies? If you go to GRA, where I stay, every other house is being turned into a commercial property or is vacant. How much of this is documented by the planning office so that at the click of fingers, you present it? I want to ask, on what do you base your annual budgetary projects to governments? Oh, they didn't allow us to do this. Oh, they didn't allow us to do this. Early part of September, we had a terrible rainfall that affected Lagos, Port Harcourt. People were swimming. Some of the videos were very funny because I saw where somebody with an umbrella closed the umbrella and started swimming with the umbrella to get to his house. I want to ask, sincerely, how many of us planners who work in those towns made any documentation of what happened that day? So that as a department, you can sit down and make recommendations on how to ameliorate to your governor. When you don't present anything to them, they don't even know you are there. They only know us as people who approve building plans. We are the people that, when we ask them, say, now the people where they come put red paint for wall. That becomes our qualification. Please be careful. Now, We have many challenges. But we have a future. Because the World Bank warned us in a very important publication. It's there. Go and read that publication. And if you don't have it and you need it, tell me, I will send it to you by email. And said that cities are the future of the Nigerian economy. Very detailed work. From oil to cities, transforming Nigeria. Very detailed work on what we should be doing in our cities. Every town planner should take the time to look at that document. So we have a future. Let me tell you. Every time I visit the United States, I still see people studying town planning. I see certified planners are over 40,000. They are still studying planning up to PhD level. I say, what are these people still doing with planning? But if you open your eyes, instead of just going and doing shopping, if you open your eyes as a town planner, you will see that every time you go, there is an improvement in that town. Either concerning circulation or concerning security. Something is always going on. And the planners are at the forefront of those changes. Let me conclude. As an institute, the Nitp should take stock of how town planners in public and private sectors carry on their professional responsibilities. Our challenges call for new strategies, new skills, and new attributes. I want to leave you with some things to think about. What significant innovative ideas should be introduced into the training of town planners? How can town planners contribute to building sustainable local economies in communities across Nigeria? Everybody cannot be a trader. We are not a merchant economy. If you don't know, this is what is destroying Britain. When I studied in Britain in the 1970s, Britain had industries producing manufactured products. Today, it's a mercantilist economy. They are selling, buying and selling, buying and selling. Luckily for them, they have technology to back them up. And of course, the infrastructure was laid with the backbone of our fathers who they took their slaves. We don't have that privilege. So when we turn ourselves to you buy, I sell, I buy, you sell economy, what is going to become of this country? How do we build sustainable local economies? What spaces will be required to accommodate new types of employment? The workplace has changed, though. I hope you know that. Even education has changed. We are teaching online now. Even me, I had to learn to use Zoom to give postgraduate lectures because the school made it, we must teach. Through the pandemic, we had to teach. How do we cater for the space needs of the informal sector without compromising on beauty, safety, and convenience? Wherever you have our local markets, they create a nuisance. Have we thought about it? Have we brainstormed? How do we provide world-class infrastructure in our urban centers? Oh, we have an infrastructure gap, yes. But the infrastructure gap is not just in power and railway and so on. There are very visible infrastructure gaps, even with us. How many times have we lost the light today? Port Harcourt now, you can hardly move. If you enter traffic in Port Harcourt, God will help you. How do we contribute to the building of effective public transportation systems? Maybe apart from Lagos. I've not seen public transportation. We argue it. Maybe my thinking is not right. We have private people trying to provide public transport. But for those of us who have lived in environments where there is public transport, I doubt if anybody can look at me square in the face and tell me we have public transportation in Nigeria. I don't think we do. What can we do to improve urban livability, especially in the areas of security and service provision? Let me tell you some of the effects of the way we have developed our urban centers. There are some places I will go in Port Harcourt. The house is 1 million. I will not buy it. The rent is 20,000. I will not live there. Why? Because if there is an emergency, like fire in the night, no fire truck can access that building. And you know Nigerians, yes, I finish. Where we are all rushing to go out, all of us will die. Who will go first? No day. All of us will die. That's the way we have built our cities, and we are living in it. In the wake of conflict over land and water resources, what is our role? We have it all over. Herdsmen, footmen, bandits. Resources is at the bottom of all the conflicts there. Who controls it? Who has access to it? It is my hope and prayer that those of you who are joining the Nitp today will join forces with those of us who are already in the profession to proffer much needed solutions to put this profession firmly in the position of respect and dignity which we so much deserve. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Please, another round of applause for the Mother of Town Planning east of the Niger. Town Planner Professor Opwene will be our way. She has done justice to this topic. You will agree with me. And I'm sure that our inductees, and of course every one of us here, have listened carefully. And I just wish that we can push forward the frontiers of planning. Please, another round of applause for her. Thank you very much, Ma. You have truly professed very well. We will run very fast with our program. So at this time, let me welcome again, invite again the chairman membership as it comes to present the inductees for admission into full membership. A round of applause for the chairman membership. Town Planner Kamuru O Adeimo, a fellow of the Institute. Come and present your inductees.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Mr. President, sir, I humbly request to present the 2021 inductees for admission into the full membership of the Institute. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I was expecting those that were being presented to stand up, and yet they were presenting you and you are sitting down. Please, a round of applause for yourselves. It's not easy to make history. So let me make welcome Town Planner Barrister Ogunleye Makinde as he comes to present the oath of allegiance. Oath of allegiance to the inductees. So you're welcome. Please, a round of applause for him.
Good evening. You are not responding. Good evening. Congratulations. Please remain standing where you open to page 31. The import of this declaration is to avail you the opportunity to further commit yourself in the process of entering the profession of urban and regional planning and to be a town planner. You have an obligation to yourself, to your profession, and to Nigeria. But by ascribing to this declaration, you are just indicating by knowing the import of your swearing to an oath, that is, to affirm and look at the contents of what you are reading, and then you stand by it, which will serve as your guide to the practice of the profession in the near future. Therefore, I want you to read, to follow me as I read this. Can we start? I, mention your name. Having duly elected a full member of the Nigerian Town Planners, do hereby promise and agree to be faithful, that I will not engage in any trade of other discounts that may compromise the integrity of the profession or the institute, or accept any unlawful, fraudulent commission or emolument in connection with any employment under any other professional business which may be entrusted to me. I declare that I have read the Constitution of Nigerian Institute of Town Planners and agree to be amenable to the provision of the said Constitution, and agree to be amenable to the provision of the said Constitution and to every part or any alteration which may thereafter be made until I have ceased to be a member, and shall abide by the rules and regulations which may be issued by the Institute from time to time regarding professional charges, and that by every lawful means in my power, I will advise and project the interests and objective of the Institute. So help me God. So sign, put your date and the year, and your Nitp number, and your address, phone number, and email. I don't know. Okay. Any senior town planner seated by you should witness you. You want to name your witness should sign the last portion of the declaration. Okay. Okay. You tear the page. Okay, tear the page and pass it to the ushers after the necessary endorsement. Will the ushers assist us to collect the declaration form, please? Thank you.
Thank you. Please, a round of applause for Town Planner Barrister Ogule Makinde for that. As you're signing, once you sign, the senior town planner seated in your midst will witness for you. Do that very quickly. Tear off the page. The ushers will come and pick it up from you. Please, can I have the champion song as a dedication to all the inductees for this program? This song is dedicated to all inductees. DJ, please, can you just bring it down? Bring it down. You're going to play back that song as the national president formally pronounces the inductees. Then you play back that song.
First and second vice presidents, the president of Town Planners Registration Council, past presidents of the Institute, fellows of the Institute, old members of the Institute, and the incoming members. I want to be sure that all of you have endorsed your oath of allegiance. Yes? Now, will you please please stop moving around? Because you haven't become members yet. And please be upstanding. Every one of you should be upstanding. I can see somebody still bending. He hasn't signed. No, that's me now. I didn't ask you to repeat after me. But you can just look at me here. I, Town Planner Olutoyin Adedamola Ayinde, fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Town Planners, National President, Nigerian Institute of Town Planners, acting on the powers conferred on me, hereby admit the following 417 inductees who have fully satisfied requirements specified by the National Council into the full membership of the Nigerian Institute of Town Planners as provided in the Nitp Constitution 2010 as amended in 2020. By this acceptance and admission today, Tuesday, 26th day of October, 2021, you all have the honor to add and use the suffix MNITP to your names. This administration under my hand and as authorized by the National Council allows you to relate with other members of the Institute as your professional colleagues and accord the respect befitting professionalism. You will at all times be required to be honorable in your endeavors and to strictly adhere to the ethics of the association as provided for under the Constitution of the NITP. Welcome, new members, and congratulations.
Thank you. That's to all the inductees. DJ, you cannot play that song as we get ready. All inductees, you cannot sign your forms. You're going to be coming here very soon for a handshake with the national president. YPF, get ready for 1 minute advice. 1 minute, 1 minute advice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please, can we have YPF now represented by Town Planner Zainab Thomas Gajiga. Please, a round of applause for her as she comes. You can sit that, you can get seated, all inductees, as you listen to this advice from the YPF, just 1 minute, and immediately after that, we will take the charge from the national president. You're welcome.
Standing on the existing protocol, good evening all. I, TPL Zainab Thomas Gajiga, on behalf of NITP YPF, I want to congratulate all the newly inductees. And on our own part, the YPF, we're going to add everyone to the YPF group because we want to carry everybody along. We want the inclusiveness of all young planners, because we are the future of planning. So we're looking forward to seeing you all and working together with you. On behalf of the newly elected ESCOs of the YPF, once again, I say congratulations to you all.
Please, a round of applause for her. That was a charge from the Young Planners Forum. There's an induction cake here to be cut. Please, quickly, can I invite National President, all those who, National President, Mommy that gave the induction lecture, National Secretary, Chairman Membership, Chairman Education, please just to cut this cake, and then we'll have a few of the inductees to join. Please, those of you who are seated on this table, please. That's an honor. All the inductees seated on this table, you come and join. Just those of you on this table alone, please. As you cut this induction cake, courtesy of NITP River State Chapter, happy induction to you. You may bring it up. Top Rep President, please. Top Rep President, can you join? Chairman Planning Committee, please, can you join as we cut this induction cake? Caterer, where is the knife to cut the cake? The caterers, please, where is the knife to cut the cake? Please tear your documents and keep them on the table. Fumi, come and supervise the cutting of this cake. Just.
Thank you very much, PRS. It's an honor indeed to supervise this cake cutting. This is the 13th induction. And it's a very significant one, having the highest number of inductees. And the national president, sir, and our mommy, please, can you just stretch your hands towards this cake? As we're going to spell NITP. Are we set? We go. N, Happy celebration.
Dr. David, please. David, National President.
He has taken away my sorrows and now I'm free.
Thank you. I'm going to plead that the DJ should not order our program for us. You should listen to our instruction. We would have wanted the band to give us a solemn music to close a solemn occasion. And I think you can do that in 2 minutes, please. The first and second national vice president, the president, Town Planners Registration Council, past presidents of the Nigerian Institute of Town Planners, fellows of the Nigerian Institute of Town Planners, associates, town planners like Mommy Obialo. Can you give her a round of applause for that? By the way, I was with the wife of town planner Makinde last week, and she told me, she sent me a text actually, wishing us safe trip to the national conference, and she told me that she had been accompanying her husband to our national conference since 1977. 1977. And it's only this year she could not attend because her husband has passed on. Distinguished members, ladies and gentlemen, it would be appropriate to start this message on a congratulatory note to all our distinguished guests who are about to start experiencing a change of status. I call them guests because until a while ago, they were not members of the Nigerian Institute of Town Planners. the main reason they were seated here with us was their imminent admittance into full membership of the Institute, for which the rest of us are gathered as witnesses. In fact, nothing has occupied their minds more than this. Am I right? Organizations have a life and do exhibit the characteristics of living organisms. Life consists of various processes, and one of those processes is reproduction. It is the reproductive process that guarantees the sustainability of an organization as a going concern. The future of every organization truly lies in its reproductive process. For the NITP, the reproductive process starts with the application of interested applicants for membership of the Institute. Having passed through the screening lenses of the Education and Research Committee and the Membership Committee, successful applicants are presented for the National Council's approval for election as full members of the Nigerian Institute of Town Planners. Those seated in this auditorium are the ones found to have been qualified for entrance into this new status. You can give yourselves a round of applause. It is, therefore, a thing of great delight for me as National President to celebrate these new full members of NITP and rejoice with their guests or family members and members of the National Council here present, as well as other well-wishers witnessing this important occasion in their professional journey. By your admission as full members of the Institute, you have joined the league of those who have committed their lives to promoting livability and sustainability of our human settlements. As you have been called out to take the oath of allegiance, you have invariably signed yourselves into a new level of professionalism and earned the privilege to inscribe the suffix MNITP after your names. Please regard this as just the beginning of your journey into professionalism, for before you lie great tasks ahead that will put to test your MNITP. Indeed, professionalism demands of you a high level of integrity, uprightness, and competence. When the time comes, will you be trusted to make the right choices and take the right decisions? Experience has shown that many of you never planned to be here. But despite all the struggles, you have found yourselves here. I know some wanted to be doctors, some wanted to be architects. No matter how you got here, I would like to encourage you with the words of John Maxwell, the leadership expert, who said, if you do not get what you want what you get. You have a good opportunity to make good your presence here, now that you are here. You are therefore expected to plunge into the future with great hopes and enthusiasm. The zeal with which you pursue life is the equal zeal that life will welcome you with. Now that you are here, you need to focus. Focus on professionalism. Focus on doing things excellently. Focus on integrity, ensuring that your name and that of the profession are not soiled in the murky waters of sharp practices. Focus on adding value so that you will end up standing out of the crowd. That's the stuff that champions are made of. Welcome the new champions. Welcome our future. The future of NITP is here. I look forward to hearing of your great exploits. I can't wait to hear about the innovations from several of you that will make you trailblazers, not just in urban and regional planning, but in professionalism in our dear country, Nigeria, and beyond its territory. I urge all of us who have trodden this path before to give full support to these young ones, for their success in life should be our happiness. On behalf of the Management Committee, National Executive Committee, National Council, and entire members of the Nigerian Institute of Town Planners, I heartily welcome you to your newly earned membership status. Congratulations.
I thought we are going to appreciate our national president very well. That's a powerful charge from the national president. Please continue to clap for him. Thank you very much, sir, for that words of wisdom from the national president. Once again, we welcome all of you. We welcome all of you. Without wasting much of our time, because our time is fast spent already, we want all of you, all the inductees, to receive presidential handshake. On this note, I therefore invite the national president to please step forward, and our new members, as I will be calling their name, they will step forward, receive presidential handshake, and after that, you move to that table where we have the national secretariat. You can see the national secretary standing. That's where we have the secretariat. Please go there, collect your certificate, and drop the gun. Thank you very much. So I want to start.
I'm sorry. Does anyone have a hand sanitizer here? Yes, because my bag is not here. So, National Treasurer, bring your... I need protection. You also need protection. All right? Thank you.
So the first person I'm going to invite is Mohammed Shafi Adiza. Can you please step forward to... Okay. So please look at the list. We have that on page 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, up to page 20. So I'm starting from number 7. Number 7, that's Mohammed Shalif Adiza. So please, let's continue to follow in that order. Thank you. Mohammed Shalif Adiza. Solomon Akambi Olusina. Solomon Akambi Olusina. Ayodele Olufunke Adiola. Okay, to make it faster, please, let's come table by table. This table first. Please, because of our time, we will not be able to take every. So we will not be able to take everybody. After that table, we take one more table from this side. Then you are going to get your certificates tomorrow. So when you come around tomorrow, please go to the secretariat and collect your certificate. Then Mr. President wants everybody who chooses to receive the handshake to come later. After this table, then we'll stop for tonight. Then whoever wants to shake Mr. President, please come here early tomorrow morning by 8 a.m. If you can come here 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, you receive presidential handshake. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Please, I think we have to stop here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please, after these people on the queue, others can come tomorrow morning to receive presidential handshake. Thank you very much. Congratulations once again. So thank you, Mr. President, for that wonderful job. So please permit me to invite Town Planner Mrs. Fome to please take the toast to the inductees. And thereafter, we take the response by the representative of the inductees. So whoever is representing the inductees should please get ready.
Thank you very much. Now I want to give a toast to the inductees. Some people are looking at me that they don't have cups in their hands with wine in it. But I'm very sure you have your bottle. with water, just like me. So we're going to give a toast. If you're in the house, I know you are there, but just hold up your bottle. And we're going to toast to progress. We're going to toast to resilience and sustainability of the built environment. And we'll say hip, 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 hooray! Hip, 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 hooray! Hip, 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 hooray! You can just touch someone's bottle beside you. Thank you very much.
Can we put our hands together for Town Planner Fome? Well done, and congratulations once again. Response by the representative of the inductees. Who is representing the Chairman Membership Committee? Who is representing the inductees, please? Okay, very good. That's one of the advantage of sitting close to the podium. It's easier for me to come and call you. So please come and give response on behalf of all the inductees. You tell us your name and you speak. Thank you.
Praise the Lord. Sorry. All right. You know, it's not easy when you're just called to just come and just speak like that without anything to say. But all protocols duly observed. I want to thank our national president and every other person that made this program to be a success for us. We're happy and we're very, very grateful. It is my prayer for us that as we all embark on this journey together, that we're going to do well and our testimonies are going to be great and we will not disappoint them in any area we found ourselves. All they will be hearing from us is good news. And we have pledged to them that we will do our best. And wherever we find ourselves, like Mommy said, you know, when Mommy was speaking, I was hearing what she was saying. And I felt deep inside of me, I felt a kind of pain. And I was like, wow, if everybody will think the way she has thought, then the whole world is going to be a better place. But I know by our induction today, we are going to make the world to be a better place. And Nigeria, Mommy, like you said, Nigeria is going to be like other countries in the, praise the Lord. Thank you very much. My name is Angel George Sashi from Adamawa State. Thank you all.
That's a powerful one from Adamawa State. Thank you very much. On your behalf, I want to thank the Chairman, Membership Committee, and Chairman, the Education Committee for a job well done. Thank you very much. And on this note, I want to invite the Chairman, the Education Committee, Town Planner Dr. Olugbamila, for the vote of thanks as we round off this program. Thank you. Put your hands together for the Chairman, the Education Committee now. After all, he checked all your credentials, all your certificates, he went to your school to confirm your qualification and everything. Please put your hands together for him once again.
All glory, all honor be to the Almighty Father for making this day to come to reality. So first and foremost, we have to give glory to God, one, for the fair weather, and secondly, for bringing everyone of us to Port Harcourt safely. To him alone be all the glory. First and foremost, I want to appreciate all our fathers in the house, most especially the past presidents. We appreciate you, sirs. It's not easy to keep an elderly person seated for these past hours. Father, we recognize your contribution, and we appreciate you for honoring us with your presence. Thank you very much. And to our national president, in person of Town Planner Olutoyin Ayinde,
a very agile person. We appreciate you, sir, for the leadership quality that you have provided, upon which we are riding. We thank you for making this day to come to reality. We appreciate you, sir. And to the president of Toprec, thank you, sir, for honoring us with your time and for giving us that quality speech. We appreciate you, sir. And to the LOC, we appreciate you for providing this enabling environment, a very conducive environment. Thank you, sir. And to our first and second vice presidents, especially the first vice, who is the chairman or the organizing committee chairman. We equally appreciate you. To our guest lecturer, the mama of planning in Rivers State, we appreciate you, ma, for that quality talk, that quality charge. And I know many of us are leaving this place with something very tangible, something that will reshape our thinking. We appreciate you, ma. And to all NEC members present, we equally appreciate you for your time, for honoring us with your time, and for taking the pain to sit all through this time. And to all the organizing committee, we equally appreciate you. And to all town planners in the house, thank you very much. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for sitting all through this period. And to the inductees, the new champions, our future, we thank you. We equally appreciate you because you are the reason why we have gathered tonight. If you are not there, this program wouldn't have held. We thank you very much. And to everyone seated, we appreciate you. I will pray that God Almighty that has brought us safely to Port Harcourt will take us back to our destination safely. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chairman, the Education Committee, for thanking all of us. We equally appreciate your effort. Well, I have this announcement before we take the closing prayer. To all our inductees, please, because of time and considering the number of inductees that we have, please come to the Secretariat 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Okay. So, please come to the Secretariat 7 a.m. tomorrow to collect your certificate and to submit your GAN. Please, if you don't come with the GAN, you will not be given your certificate. So please, you must come with your GAN to collect your certificate. 7 a.m. tomorrow, come to the Secretariat. Thank you very much. On this note, I want to invite the Chairman Membership Committee to please come and take the closing ceremony as he invites the National President for the closing. Thank you. Before we take the closing prayer.
Your Excellencies, distinguished fellows, industries, guests and friends. Mr. President, sir, hi, Town Planner Kamoru Olajide Adeyemo, FNITB, the Chairman Membership Committee, humbly request that you bring to a close the 13th induction ceremony and award of the Nigeria Institute of Town Planners 2021.
I, Town Planner Olutoyin Ayinde, acting under the provision of the NITP Constitution, do bring this 13th induction ceremony to a close. Thank you.
Let's put our hands together for the National President. And we are bringing this program to a close. with the closing prayer. So let me invite Tamplana Megoro to please give us the closing prayer as we continue to enjoy our dinner. Thank you.
صلوا على النبي الكريم صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأزواجه الطاهرات أمهات المؤمنين والمؤمنات وسلم تسليما كثيرا. O God Almighty, as we gathered here safely, we pray for safe return of all of us to our various destinations, and may God bless all of us here. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tamplana Megoro. Once again, 7 a.m. tomorrow, all the inductees are to go to the secretariat for your certificate and to submit your gown. Thank you very much. Thank you.